beautiful souls, and welcome to this reading. Today I want to kind of look into, I really felt actually kind of called to do some love messages. So if you are here, if you found this video and you have clicked on it, you felt called to it at all, it showed up for you, and you felt a certain pull towards it, then there's probably a message in here for you. Now that I've kind of stuttered through the intro, I want to just get straight into the reading. The cards are all shuffled now, so I'm going to pull some tarot cards and then I'll get into some oracle cards. There's no like strict question. I like to just let the messages come through and trust that if you're here, your spirit guides have, sent you here for a reason, and we just let things flow. So we have the Four of Swords, which is interesting. I pulled this card earlier today. Six of Cups. Oh no, that was the Six of Pentacles. I did a reading for myself today and I got the Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, which is interesting, which is why I was mentioning that. But so I'm gonna pull some more cards. The Six of Cups, though, that is a card of, sometimes it's people coming back from the past, someone from the past. It can be a soul connection or a soulmate, whatever you believe in. I do believe that we have all kinds of soul connections, and I think that labeling things really harshly or labeling connections as soulmates or as like twin flames and like all of those other categories, sometimes it can be a little bit, what's the word, like entrapping. And so I use those terms loosely. I like to just say soul connection because we really don't know, who is who in our lives, what connections are what. So what else, Spirit? Sorry, I'm shuffling off camera because my setup's a little bit different. I feel like I can't see as much. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Wands. Okay, very interesting. So the Four of Swords is typically about resting, meditation, allowing your mind to kind of like rest, meaning that your mind has probably been racing a lot. I'm hearing you might have like the feeling of like pressure because of maybe your age or timing or something like that, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. You really like thought that things were probably going to be on a specific timeline, or you had an idea of the way that you wanted your love life to look at this part of your life. And it may or may not be, like your life may or may not be entirely reflecting that idea that you've had or that dream that you've had. There's a lot of, because the Six of Cups deals with the past, there's a lot of like reflecting on the past right now. The Four of Swords can also be reflection. So there's a lot of supporting energies here. And I feel like you really thought that things were going to be moving a lot faster, whether this is in your current relationship, in your idea of where you would be in your love life. I'm going to pull some oracle cards, but hopefully that gives you the general idea of if this reading is going to be for you or not. Oh, this is so sweet. Okay, please stick around for this message if this first part resonated with you. Because we have four, I don't know how you're supposed to like say this, but like four, trust, ask, listen, allow. So one thing that the universe seems to be saying is to trust Trust the universe, trust the divine timing, trust the timing of your life. And also, I'm seeing, okay, I was gonna say ask the universe or ask your spirit guides for what you desire, but then I kind of felt a little bit of pushback, like as if you're saying, well, I've been asking all my life. And I think that that's where ask, listen, allow, like the full, these full words on the card, like come into play. Because if we just ask, but we're not listening and we're not allowing, we're obviously not going to get what we asked for, because we're going to be holding on to something, whether this is a relationship or a person, a crush that you've had, an ideal type of person that you want to be with. You're going to hold on to it thinking maybe that it's the right one, it's what you've been asking for. And as you start to see signs that it's not, you may start to feel a little bit afraid to let go, because you thought that this was what you asked for. And so with any manifestation, whether this is in love or something else, which obviously if you're here, it's probably love, but just in general, the advice still stands. When we hold on to something, especially something that seems like it's trying to leave our life, like maybe if we have either a relationship, or like I said, a relationship, an ideal type, a person, a crush that we had, something like that, if we keep holding on to it and it looks like it's trying to leave our life, like maybe we have arguments with this person, maybe this person ghosted us a long time ago, whatever it is, you're not allowing for trust to come in. You're not allowing the universe to take away what isn't for you and replace it with what you've been asking for, which means that you're not listening, you know? Maybe this is like a hard truth that you weren't expecting to hear right now, or that feels a little bit harsh. I'm trying to make it light, but this card is very sweet and it feels very light, but at the same time, there is a certain amount of like kind of harsh truth that has to come out with this message. So hopefully you don't take that the wrong way. I am here to like literally, I just want to support your highest good, your best self, help you become your highest self. I really don't know why else I would be here, honestly. I'm literally, I've made this channel to serve, nothing more, nothing else. So, I don't want my tarot cards. Let me get my oracle cards. You know, I actually want to get more of those Twin Flame Ascension cards. This is the Twin Flame Ascension deck. It says, okay, my camera says I'm recording, but it doesn't say how long I've been recording for. Okay, there we go. Scared me for a second. Okay, I looked at the cards to make sure they were upright. Not trying to cheat. I'm feeling this card. Twin Flame Facilitator, Expansive Growth. Okay, this is interesting because, so I did say earlier that I usually like to refer to things as soul connections. I do have a little bit of knowledge around what like each type of connection is, like the twin flame, the soulmate, and all of that. But this deck does go into a lot more terms that I don't know. And I also don't really like to, again, label things too harshly, because I feel like it can be taken out of context. And sometimes, like for example, oh, we also have 4-4 again. Sometimes saying like someone's my twin flame or someone's your soulmate or whatever, it can create this idea that we're not supposed to let that person go if they're hurting us physically, emotionally, psychologically, hurting our growth, whatever. And I don't support that. I think that if a soulmate or a twin flame is hurting you emotionally, physically, whatever, you need to leave that connection. That connection is simply not for you. Even if maybe it is a soulmate, we really don't know. That's the interesting part about the universe, is we really don't know. I've been shuffling behind camera and I really feel called to pull this card. Acknowledge, take responsibility. Okay, so on that note, what I was talking about with like not allowing yourself to stay, like allowing yourself to let go of connections that maybe felt like they were soul connections. That's quite literally taking responsibility for your life, for your soul connections. Taking responsibility and being able to say, I release this. So some of you may really resonate with that. And this message is like, this video, this reading is for everyone who comes across it, but some of you might resonate more with the message of feeling like maybe there was a crush or a connection that maybe fizzled out, you got ghosted, you ghosted them, or like you just, maybe it was an ex-partner who left or you left and you feel this regret or this sadness or missing them or wishing that they were in your life. Or there's someone that you know you need to let go of. So I feel like the majority of you will resonate with those, like what, 2 messages? And the universe, your spirit guides are very directly saying, take responsibility. And what I mean by that is your guides want you to grow. Your guides want you to meet the person who is actually your person, who is actually going to be the person that you've asked for. But because you feel so connected still to this other person or this other connection or relationship or crush or whatever, because you feel that way, you are not taking responsibility for letting that person go. There is some degree of allowing the universe to work its magic, and sometimes the universe does take people out of our lives, but there are also some people who are lessons for us that we need to remove from our lives on our own. And it's really hard to tell, and I'm not going to say that like there is an easy way to just like tell if you're meant to like stay connected with someone versus let them go. I will say sometimes the universe tests us and we let someone go and they come back into our lives because the universe wants to make sure that we have learned our lesson before we move on to the next step in our lives. So the lesson here might be to let someone go and let them go for good, because you need to trust the universe and trust that there is someone like who is literally exactly who you asked for. And you will not pass this person up unless you allow things to stay in your life that are not meant for you. And how do we know that they're not meant for us? They don't feel right. They don't feel good. Or the thing is, sometimes love can make us feel a little blind, but there's always that slight knowing, that slight inner feeling that this person's not good for us, or maybe we're not fully in love with this person or whatever. There's usually like an inkling. And that is your intuition. And that's something that I teach in my intuition mentorship, is how to kind of determine, is it an intuitive hit or is it anxiety or fear, etc. So if you're interested in that, the link is going to be below in the description. But yeah, anyway, the message here is trust the universe, that you need to take responsibility, because we are constantly co-creating with the universe. We're asking for what we desire, and then we are, sorry, I'm taking a breath. I need to slow down. We're constantly in co-creation with the universe. We're asking for what we want. The universe gives us the tools, and then we are meant to create what we desire with those tools. And so the universe is trying to place someone into your life that you've asked for, but the tools that you're currently using, you're still holding on to them. So there's something or someone that needs to be let go of, and you need to take responsibility for it. You need to say, I let go of this, and I'm going to trust, ask, listen, allow. And I don't think I ever touched on this card, but essentially what I wanted to say about this card was expansive growth. You could be with a twin flame right now. The label doesn't matter so much as you are probably with someone, or have had are healing from a connection with, or have been, you know, had a crush on, or like was ghosted by a twin flame. And what that means is you have like been in connection with someone who was placed in your life to basically reflect back to you. And I think twin flame's facilitator is something else. It might be someone leading to your twin flame. I don't know. I haven't fully read through the deck's guidebook, and I also am not super familiar with all of the terms. But again, like I said, I don't feel like they're fully relevant. What I'm trying to say, what the message still stands. You're healing from this kind of connection, and you are meant to let this connection go. A facilitator is something, it's like a bridge. It's like the next step towards. And so you're being pushed to grow and know what is right for you, know when to let go and when to pull something in, and just knowing what is good for you, and trusting yourself to know what's good for you, and trusting that you will be able to trust your intuition. So yeah. Moving on to this oracle deck. The thing is, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, which really what it means is that everything in divine timing, your person is coming. If you're already in a relationship though, I guess I didn't even think about people who are in a relationship. Maybe this message isn't for people who are in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship, you may have been feeling like this relationship isn't for you, and that is for you to decide with yourself and with your higher self and with your spirit guides. I'm not going to tell you to leave anyone. We don't have any signs here that anyone is bad for you if you are in a happy relationship and you're here still in this reading. So do with the messages as you will. Take them with a grain of salt. There might still be something in here for you. Otherwise, if you don't feel like it, if you're not feeling it, if it's not resonating, you might want to click away. Now that we're 18 minutes in, you probably already have. So probably talking to no one here. But anyway, feeling this one. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, this, oh my God. Oh my goddess. Okay. Sorry, I just have a lot of messages with this card now. I'm getting a lot of downloads. So this card says, I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs and uprooting. I was having trouble reading or speaking. This is, I'm going to keep holding this card up. This is all about forgiveness. Forgiving yourself, and this could also be forgiving someone else because we are talking about relationships, but forgiveness starts with forgiving yourself, because the thing is, when we are betrayed or we have some kind of reason to need to forgive someone, whatever your reason is, sometimes in order to forgive, we have to forgive ourselves, because in that process of being betrayed, somewhere along those lines, you probably felt like you couldn't trust yourself. And we have trust here. We were talking about self-trust earlier. You maybe felt like, wow, this totally went under my radar and I had no idea. Or maybe you did have an idea. Your intuition was telling you that maybe you were being betrayed. Maybe someone was going to hurt you emotionally or whatever. And you didn't trust yourself to make the call to act on that feeling or intuition or betrayal that you were sensing. Somewhere along the lines of being betrayed by someone else, you feel or felt betrayal of yourself. And so forgiveness starts with forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be hurt. And that's the only way that we will ever be able to love again, is if we learn to forgive ourselves for not seeing something, for making mistakes, whatever it may be. And then also then forgiving other people for ways that they have done you wrong. So, oops, bumped the camera, sorry. Wow. I feel my throat chakra is tight. And my like chest space, so my heart, those energy centers might be asking you for your attention, whether through like Reiki healing or through your own like shadow work. I'm feeling this card, so I'm going to pull it in a second, but through like shadow work, I don't really have any exercises that come to mind right now, but just speaking your truth, speaking your voice, maybe telling someone how you feel. I think that that's it. That kind of clicked. Telling someone how you feel. If you can't tell this person how you feel, if you can't forgive them directly, write it in your journal, write it on a piece of paper and burn it, write it in a piece of paper and save it, whatever you want to do, whatever feels right to you, your intuition will know, but that might help clear some of those blockages or tightness. This is beautiful. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. You are going to be okay. If you let this person go, whether they're currently in your life or they left a long time ago and you're still emotionally attached, you are safe to let this person go. You will survive. The universe has your back. It's a pain and a process that is so necessary for the next chapter of your life. And a new beginning is coming. Something new is like right around the corner. And by right around the corner, sometimes the universe, right around the corner for our spirit guides, right around the corner can sometimes be like a year, which to us is like very long, but to the universe, that is a very short amount of time to get everyone rolling together, you know, to get all the blessings rolling into place, because there's so much that has to happen in order for fate to play out. So many things and people involved. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So one thing that I'm hearing right away, this is for a very, well, it could be for all of you, but this is a very small part of you or portion of you. I feel like some of you are meant to speak about relationships as a profession, whether this is like a therapist, a relationship counselor, or just talking about your own experiences. That message, if it's not for you, called is literally, you probably feel a calling. You probably feel a calling towards love, towards a certain person, towards, ooh, okay. This card just flipped over. It says, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. That is kind of what I was saying. So I think that the thing is, wait kind of sounds like, oh, don't do anything. But I actually think that this is like, let go and then wait. I think this is confirming what I was saying earlier about things are being woven. So I'm thinking a year. You might spend a year alone, a year dating random people, a year. There's something about a year. And there's something about like things literally have to be woven and you just have to be patient. It's not, I'm hearing it's not a you thing, it's a me thing. It's not a you thing, it's a universe thing. And I feel like there are so many blessings on their way to you, new beginnings. There's so many blessings. Oh, okay, that makes sense now too. There's so many blessings on the way to you, and You just have to get through this chapter. It's tough. Playing the waiting game is never fun. But I saw here training. This connection that you recently have or are healing from, that we've been talking about this whole reading, you know what I mean. It's all training you for your divine partner, for your divine counterpart, for your, I'm hearing consort, for your, that's kind of funny, for your divine connection, for your divine union with the person that you have always dreamed of. You have to go through a series of training. And the thing is, something that I want to express, because I know that there's probably like a handful of different, people from all walks of life, all ages. If you're all here for this reading and you've stayed this far, just know that everyone's timeline is different. And if you feel like you're maybe getting older and your time is approaching to where it's like, oh, I'm never gonna find love now, I'm too old, that's so not true. There's a reason why you're here, and it's to train you to be in the best love that you've ever experienced. And once you are in it, oh my God, you are not going to believe, like, you're gonna be like, this was so worth the wait. This was so worth the wait. And I think that there's a lot of us here that are also feeling that way. But your guides are saying it is so incredibly worth the wait. So that is all of the messages that I'm seeing for you. I just thought of getting zodiac signs, and the only card that really called to me was the Wheel of Fortune, which has all of the fixed signs on it, which are Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. So those could be relevant signs for you. I really don't feel called to get any other signs. I don't like to overdo it, and just not sensing any other signs. So the fixed signs might be significant for you, whether you're a fixed sign or someone that you are maybe having an intuitive hit that they might be your partner or your future partner or whatever. Look out for those signs. And that is all of the messages that I have for you. Like I said in the intro, actually no, not in the intro, somewhere along the middle. Anyway, if you stuck around this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I love you. I am sending you blessings and good fortune. I don't know, good luck, good vibes, good everything. And I want to thank your guides and my guides for facilitating these messages today. Or I guess I'm the facilitator, right? I don't know. We were just talking about that. All of the links to my personal readings, one-on-one sessions, intuition membership. I even have like a subliminal for manifesting abundance in my description down at the bottom. at the description box below are all of my links, my socials, all of that. So I would love if you were to check those out if you're interested, if you feel called. And then also I would love if you subscribe to my channel and turned on the bell notifications for future readings. And I would love to see you in a future video.